as pro-government forces continue to roll back the Islamic State frontier in eastern Syria, and as it becomes more apparent with each passing day that so-called opposition groups in western Syria cannot hope to win the war, anti-Assad cyber activists and media outlets have taken it upon themselves to report fake ISIS advances in order to at least make the strategic situation sound better for their mostly jihadist sympathizing audiences. Since the beginning of this year, there has been a significant increase in the amount of fake major ISIS advances being reported. Interestingly enough, such reports have not been disseminated by Islamic State-linked media outlets, but instead by pro-rebel sources which claim to be both anti-ISIS and anti-Assad. For all of its vile promotion of sectarian hatred and jihadist idealism, as well as its claiming of bloated enemy casualty statistics, the ISIS-linked MAGA media outlet remains exceptionally honest about reporting advances on the ground in Syria. The most drastic claim came at the beginning of this year when pro-rebel media sources reported that a massive ISIS offensive, apparently involving thousands of jihadist fighters dressed as Syrian troops, in southeast Aleppo Governorate resulted in the terrorist group capturing the strategic garrison town of Qanasr from pro-government forces and besieging them in Aleppo city. One popular Syrian war interactive map site with pro-jihadist moderators actually reported this as fact, despite MAGA, generally desperate to claim any victory, no matter how small, itself not even confirming the information. The Islamic State's influence in central Syria is rapidly collapsing, with the Syrian armed forces take over more villages and town in the East Homs countryside. Following this morning's advance whereby the government troops managed to recapture 5 villages, battles resumed to result in the liberation of 3 more villages, namely Enk al-Hawa, al-Tabayban and Al-Khan, as well as 2 hills surrounding these towns. It has become evident that the small enclave now under ISIS control will sooner be purged, as all eye are now on the final battle in Deir ez-Zor. The expulsion of ISIS militants from central Syria have granted the Syrian government full control over several gas and oil fields. In spite of the fact that those fields need to be rehabilitated before becoming operational again, however, this will noticeably boost the government's abilities to cater for the basic needs of Syrian people. Another large convoy of reinforcements arrived in the Deir ez-Zor Governorate Wednesday, following orders from the Syrian Arab Army's SAA High Command to strengthen the forces already deployed in and around the provincial capital. The fresh reinforcements will aid the Syrian Republican Guard and Tiger forces in launching the 3rd phase of the Deir ez-Zor offensive, which will concentrate on the provincial capital. Unlike the previous phases, this upcoming assault on the provincial capital will prove to be the most strenuous, as the Islamic State ISIL forces in the area will be able to use the condensed neighborhoods of Deir ez-Zor city to their advantage. While a large number of tanks have been deployed to Deir ez-Zor, the Syrian Arab Army will still need to utilize much of their infantry personnel as they attempt to retake several districts in the provincial capital.